it's great to be here, and talking about youth is one of my favorite things. Many of you know we had Contest University yesterday, and we have one of our professors here, Katie Campbell, KE8LQR, in the audience today, and very proud of Katie and Grace and the rest of the youth that are involved. So let's talk about the Youth DX adventure and kind of what happened last year. This YDXA is named for David Coulter, who is the brother of Michael Coulter, who was unfortunately a silent key. And they, through donations, have been going to DX locations for many years, except for with COVID. They had a little bit of trouble getting everything all together, so we offered last year to come to K3LR, which included coming to DX Engineering. So we had a DX Engineering visit to start this out. This is the end of July last year, and we had all the kids come over. There were 4 youth involved in this adventure, and so coming to DX Engineering. And then as part of what we did there, I asked each one of the 4 youth to actually write a paper and give a presentation to the DX Engineering staff. And that's a pretty imposing thing when you think about the age and getting a PowerPoint presentation together, but each one of the 4 did it, and it was really, really inspiring because you could see that they were all in. And they got to meet the DX Engineering staff and tour the store. And then we went on to the K3LR Superstation store, or Superstation itself. You know, when I go up and buy things at DX Engineering, one of the cashiers said, "Don't you have everything already?" But we had a nice outdoor tour of the antenna farm. And one of the things that I'm most proud of at K3LR is every year we give 15 to 20 tours to clubs that drive in. And so this was the first thing we do is go through the K3LR antennas. Everybody likes antennas that's involved in amateur radio, and my neighbors have learned to enjoy antennas as well. So this year, these 2 youth ladies were operators last year, part of YDXA. They're coming back as graduate assistants this year for a whole new crop of youth operators through the Youth DX adventure. And very proud, Katie Campbell is here in the audience, and she's 16 years old and just finished her sophomore year at Columbiana High School, where they have a very nice amateur radio club that DX Engineering has participated in. And her primary interest is in CW contesting. The great thing about the kids of today, a lot of them, they learn CW. They don't need to learn CW to get a license, but they find it very fascinating and intriguing that they can send secret messages amongst their friends, you know, without their parents knowing what the heck they're talking about. But Katie takes it to the next level. She's also an instructor for the Long Island CW team, and on Sunday night she teaches CW to other youth. And you don't even have to have an amateur radio license to participate in that. So Katie was part of the K3LR team last January for the 160-meter contest, as well as the K8AZ team. So she's well on her way to participating in a lot of contests. And why contests? Well, you know, kids of all ages, and I'm one of them, very competitive. And they, you know, it's like field day on steroids on these major contests like the ARRL contest or the CQ contest. And Katie and Grace and other youth have really, found contesting to be a tremendous fun thing to do. See how many people you can work in how many different DX locations. And Grace will be along as another graduate assistant mentor this year. Grace just graduated from high school, and she'll be going to a university here in Ohio next fall and majoring in electrical engineering. So very, very proud of Grace. And she was part of the K3LR team back in October last year. And yesterday at the Contest University, we gave Grace her very first CQ Worldwide plaque because she was part of the team that was #1 in the U.S. and #2 in the world. So the contest that we will operate as part of the Youth DX Adventure is the IOTA contest. This is Islands on the Air, and again, it's at the end of July. So there's a lot of activity, and through the mentors at YDXA, Jim Storms, they've acquired the K3Y call sign. We were W3Y last year. So this year will be Kilo 3 Yankee, and using that 1x1 call sign. So that helps identify the YDXA operators and also provides tremendous pileups as a result. So it's really going to be good. This year we're going to operate all 24 hours of the contest, so the kids will get a lot of on-air activity. With Katie's leadership, we're going to do CW this year, and because last year she had this sad face midway in and says, well, I want to work some CW, and we weren't set up for that, but this year we're going to have CW, so it'll be really good. And then operating all frequencies, 80 through 10 meters. So here is the team that we had last year, and that included Katie and Grace, along with Agnes and Ben, and then the YDXA mentors, Jim Storms, Michael Coulter, myself, Terry, K8MNJ, and Amy, N8AMY. Amy is responsible for this beautiful slide deck here this morning, and put together some photos of the team having a good time during the contest. And why doesn't, there we go. So you can see here's Katie, K8LQR in the middle, operating on 20 meters, working people as fast as she can talk. That tremendous pileup, over 1,000 QSOs in 12 hours on 20 meters. And also there's Grace on 40 meters and the whole team in the upper right-hand corner. So great bunch, and looking forward to this year as well. Again, getting kids involved, but the real key to the success of this was that the kids made all the contacts. The mentors and the adults made no contacts whatsoever. So this is all driven by youth operators. So that is the story of the Youth DX Adventure for 2024, a little bit of history on 2023, and I would ask that you watch the DX bulletins, etc., and get on the air during the IOTA contest at the end of July, and look for Kilo 3 Yankee.